To get a full idea of the extent of the horror of what happened on the 7th of October 2023, I'm joined by Ronnie Kaplan. He is with the Israeli Defense Forces, but someone who really knows a lot about the communities over here, including the community in this particular kibbutz, which was the worst impacted as a result of the Hamas terror attack. 1 in 4 people was killed. Yes. Or taken hostage, right?
That's right. Actually,
and this is Niroz.
That's right. 28% of the people were either killed or kidnapped. 64 people killed here. Yeah. We had before the 7th of October 417 people, and 117 were either killed or kidnapped. We're 1.5 kilometers from the Gaza Strip.
Let's walk inside. And this is the house of an 83-year-old man, right?
That's right. He's
what was his name?
Oded Lifshitz, and also his wife Yochebed Lifshitz. They were kidnapped from here, and he's one also of the founders of this kibbutz. He was a journalist in a Israel newspaper.
So his wife was in that sound. In fact, was the sound of artillery that we still heard. So there is some artillery shelling that you can still hear in the distance, but. That's him, and he was unfortunately killed, or he died in custody, right?
He was taken here hostage alive, and he was killed in the Gaza Strip. While his wife, she was 85 years old, she was released. She was released the 14 days.
Is she okay now? I mean,
she's she's more or less okay. But it's important to understand, Vishnu, that the people here were pacifists. Yeah. They were people that used to go to take people from the Gaza Strip. They let the people from the Gaza Strip come here and also sleep in their house. And this is the way Hamas paid to them. I mean, Hamas knew that the people living in this kibbutz are people from the left of the Israeli politics, and also they wanted to live together with the Palestinian neighbors. But this is the way they pay them, because the way Hamas is seeing things is that they are the believers, we are the infidels, and they need to, build a caliphate in the ruins of the modern state of Israel.
And this was a piano. He used to play the piano as well, right?
That's right. This is the piano.
And he was a journalist, you mentioned, with Haaretz.
Yeah. And this is television. Yeah. And you can find here with yes. Be careful. Watch your head. We have here, for example, the safe room, the shelter. People entered the shelter because they thought it was just a rocket attack, as always. You can see here the bullets, AK-47, it's a Kalashnikov, 1, 2, 3, 4. These kind of shelter are also common rooms here in these houses.
So they were taking shelter over here when the terrorists came into this room and picked them up.
That's right. I mean, they tried to open the shelter to you see, they will have here their beds. They used to sleep here also. Yeah. And when they were not able to open the shelter, they started to incinerate the house. They were asphyxiated, went out, and they were kidnapped.
So they were smoked out, basically.
A lot of smoke.
A lot of smoke, and they set fire to this entire house. And this is just horrific. And you were telling me, Ronnie, about the other people in this kibbutz. Little children were killed as well. There were crimes on little children as well that we've heard about. Is that something that happened over here?
Yes, for sure. And also some little children were murdered in front of their parents, and parents in front of their little children. For example, this is the kibbutz also of the family Bibas. That family Bibas, actually, they were kidnapped. Yeah. Those a child of 8.5 months, Ariel and Kfir Bibas. And the Hamas,
child of 8 months.
8.5 months, yes. He was, and also a child of 4 years old, Ariel. And they were kidnapped to the Gaza Strip. And the Hamas and the Jihad Islamic said that they were murdered by the Israeli forces. But then when they came back to Israel, they were released. Yeah. In the autopsy, it was said that they were murdered, strangulated by the hands of the terrorists. And they were, how do you say?
The heads were broken,
yes.
The necks were broken.
With the neck broken, and also then they manipulate their bodies in order to be seen as people that were in an army attack. This is what happened here.
And a lot of this was broadcast on Facebook, right? Some of these attacks.
Yes, all the attack was broadcast on Facebook. Was very important for them to broadcast everything, because from one side they try to terrorize the Israelis. I mean, to put fear in the heart of the Israelis. But from the other side, to the west, to the Western world, let's say, they try to show themselves like the liberators or something like that, Yeah. I know that also in India, what is radical Islam terrorism.
No, we face the threat of terrorism, and so this is just a reminder of how bad it can be. But this was one of the worst attacks in human history. 1,200 people were killed.
Yes, and more than 250 that were kidnapped.
What has happened to the families who have survived? Shall we move on?
Well, they went to other places, and
do they ever come back over
here? Yeah, they're coming back, but some of the families want to come back. Some of the families don't want to come back. Yeah. But a lot of people of my generation want to come back and to live here. And our victory will come when when the children will play here in these kind of places and in the parks of the kibbutz, and also the children should play. The Palestinian children also should play in front of us here in Khan Yunis, that it's 2 kilometers from here.
And you still say that you call for a peace between communities. I mean, Khan Yunis is what, 1.7 kilometers away from here. Yes. Right, essentially across that barbed wire fence.
Yes.
But you want a situation when the children from here can play with children over there.
Well, when the Israel Defense Forces are fighting with the hope of one day coming to peace. But first of all, we need to dismantle the Hamas in the Gaza Strip and to bring back 50 kidnapped people that are still there in the Gaza Strip. As Hamas is there, there's no peace.
I just wanted you to come with me and to show our viewers. There's a gate a little distance away over here, and this is where the militants, and how many militants were there?
The first wave of militants is 140.
They are 114.
140.
140, yeah. 140.
Yeah.
It's in that gate. Xavier, can you see the gate ahead?
This is
That's
that gate.
where they entered from, right?
Yeah, this is the first wave. But then we have other waves, and we have, in the peak of the day, 500 terrorists entering into the kibbutz.
No, it's an absolutely horrific situation. Well, there you have it, a look at the situation in this kibbutz. This was it was a failure of the Israeli armed forces, and they say this themselves, the inability to come in over here and eliminate more of the terrorists. But the nature of the massacre itself is something that people over here in this country will never accept, will never get over. But I think there is one strong demand. Those hostages who are there, they must be brought back.